Creating a budget that works for you may seem daunting at first, but it's an essential step toward financial security, freedom, and peace of mind. A well-crafted budget gives you control over your money and helps you achieve short-term and long-term financial goals. The key to making a budget that actually works is tailoring it to your specific needs, lifestyle, and financial circumstances. This guide will walk you through 10 proven strategies to help you build and stick to a budget that fits your life. Let's explore the top 10 steps to creating a budget that actually works for you, starting with step 10. 10. Define your financial goals. The first and most crucial step in creating a budget is understanding why you're doing it. Before you get into the numbers, it's essential to define your financial goals. Whether you want to save for a vacation, buy a house, pay off debt, or build an emergency fund, identifying your goals will give your budget purpose and direction. Your goals should be both short-term and long-term. For example, a short-term goal might be saving $2,000 for a vacation next year, while a long-term goal could be paying off $20,000 in student loans over the next 5 years. Once you have clear goals, your budget will act as a roadmap to achieving them. Keep your goals SMART: specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. This clarity will keep you focused and motivated. 9. Determine your monthly income. Once your financial goals are clear, the next step is to determine your monthly income. This might sound simple, but for many, especially those with fluctuating income like freelancers or business owners, it can be a bit more challenging. Your income includes your salary, wages, tips, freelance earnings, side gig revenue, rental income, and any other sources of regular money. If your income fluctuates, try to calculate an average monthly income based on your earnings over the past 6 to 12 months. Avoid counting one-time windfalls like tax refunds or gifts in your monthly income calculation. This will give you a reliable base for planning your budget. Knowing your total income is crucial because your spending plan must be based on what you actually earn, not what you hope to earn. 8. Track your spending habits. Before you can create an effective budget, you need a clear picture of where your money is going. Tracking your expenses for at least 1 month is essential. You might be surprised at how much you spend on things like dining out, coffee runs, or entertainment. You can track your expenses in a variety of ways. Some people prefer using apps like Mint or You Need a Budget, EYNAB, while others use a simple spreadsheet or even pen and paper. The key is to record every single purchase, no matter how small. From your rent or mortgage payment to that $5 latte, document it all. By doing this, you'll begin to see patterns in your spending. You may notice areas where you're overspending or opportunities to save. This awareness is a critical part of creating a realistic budget. 7. Differentiate between needs and wants. One of the most challenging but important parts of budgeting is learning to differentiate between needs and wants. Needs are things you must have to survive and maintain a basic standard of living. These include housing, utilities, food, transportation, healthcare, and insurance. Wants, on the other hand, are things that are nice to have but not essential. Examples include dining out, entertainment, shopping, and luxury items. When creating your budget, it's vital to prioritize your needs over your wants. That doesn't mean you should eliminate all of your discretionary spending, wants, but you may need to cut back to meet your financial goals. The more you can reduce spending on wants, the more money you can allocate towards savings, debt repayment, or other goals. Striking a balance between needs and wants will make your budget more sustainable in the long term. 6. Set spending limits for every category. Once you know where your money is going and have differentiated between needs and wants, it's time to set spending limits for each category. These categories typically include housing, transportation, food, utilities, entertainment, debt repayment, savings, and miscellaneous expenses. A common budgeting method is the 50-30-20 rule. This suggests allocating 50% of your income toward needs, 30% toward wants, and 20% toward savings and debt repayment. However, this rule can be adjusted based on your individual situation. For example, if you're aggressively paying down debt, you might allocate 40% toward debt and savings and 10% toward wants. Be realistic with your limits. If you love eating out, Don't cut your dining budget too drastically. Instead, look for ways to spend less while still enjoying the things you love. Perhaps you can eat out once a week instead of 3 times. The goal is to create a balanced plan that allows you to enjoy life while still working toward your financial goals. 5. Automate your savings. One of the most powerful ways to stick to your budget is by automating your savings. This ensures that you prioritize saving rather than just setting aside whatever is left at the end of the month. Treat savings like any other bill that must be paid regularly. Set up automatic transfers to move money from your checking account to your savings account each month. If you're saving for multiple goals, like an emergency fund, vacation, or down payment on a house, you can open separate accounts for each goal and automate transfers to those accounts. Many banks and apps offer round-up savings features which round up your purchases to the nearest dollar and deposit the difference into your savings account. Automating your savings removes the temptation to spend that money elsewhere and ensures you're consistently working toward your goals. 4. Build an emergency fund. An essential component of any budget is an emergency fund. Life is unpredictable, and having a financial safety net is crucial to avoid going into debt when unexpected expenses arise, such as car repairs, medical bills, or job loss. Your goal should be to save at least 3 to 6 months' worth of living expenses in your emergency fund. This may take time to build, so start with small, achievable goals, such as saving $1,000. Once you hit that milestone, continue contributing until you reach the 3 to 6 month goal. Your emergency fund should be easily accessible in a savings account, but not so accessible that you're tempted to use it for non-emergencies. Having this fund in place will give you peace of mind and help you avoid derailing your budget when life throws a curveball. 3. Review and adjust your budget regularly. Your budget is not a set-it-and-forget-it plan. Life changes, and your budget needs to evolve with it. Regularly reviewing your budget is essential to ensure it remains effective and relevant. At the end of each month, sit down and compare your actual spending with the limits you set in your budget. Are you consistently overspending in certain categories? Is there room to cut back? Maybe you received a raise or an unexpected windfall, and you want to allocate more toward savings or debt repayment. The key is to stay flexible. Don't beat yourself up if you go over budget in a particular category one month. Instead, adjust your budget for the following month and continue working toward your financial goals. Your budget should be a living document that adapts to your changing needs and circumstances. 2. Use cash or debit for discretionary spending. One way to avoid overspending in certain categories is to use cash or debit cards for discretionary spending, wants. Many people find that they spend more freely when using credit cards because they don't feel the immediate financial impact. By using cash or debit for discretionary categories like dining out, entertainment, and shopping, you can physically see how much money you have left to spend. Once it's gone, and you'll need to wait until the next month to spend again. This method can help you stay within your budget and avoid impulse purchases. Some people prefer the envelope system, where they divide their discretionary spending money into envelopes for each category. Once the envelope is empty, you stop spending in that category for the month. 1. Make room for fun and rewards. Budgeting doesn't mean you have to deprive yourself of enjoyment. In fact, it's essential to build fun and rewards into your budget to make it sustainable over the long term. Set aside money for entertainment, dining out, hobbies, or whatever brings you joy. The key is moderation. If you stick to your budget and achieve your financial goals, reward yourself with something small. This could be a special meal, a new gadget, or a weekend getaway. Celebrating your wins will help keep you motivated and committed to your budget. Creating a budget that works for you is an ongoing process that requires discipline, flexibility, and self-awareness. By following these 10 steps, defining your goals, tracking your income and expenses, differentiating between needs and wants, setting spending limits, and regularly reviewing your budget, you'll set yourself up for financial success. Remember, a budget is not about restricting your spending, but about empowering you to make intentional financial decisions that support your goals and lifestyle. If you found these budgeting tips helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe for more advice on managing your money and living a financially healthy life. Your future self will thank you.